Most people believe generational wealth requires a financial head start, rich parents, inherited land, an advantage passed down before you were born. That belief stops more families before they start than any amount of debt ever could. The most prominent generational wealth builder in all of Scripture started with nothing: no land, no assets, no family wealth, no inheritance of any kind, and she ended in the lineage of King David and ultimately Jesus Christ. Her name was Ruth, and what made her story possible was not luck or favor. It was a specific economic system embedded in the law of Moses, one that most Christians have never connected to their own finances. That system is what this video is about. The Federal Reserve's 2022 Survey of Consumer Finances, confirmed by Brookings Institution January 2024, shows the median black household holds $44,890 in wealth. The median white household holds $285,000. The gap, $240,120. That gap did not close between 2019 and 2022. It grew by $50,000 in 3 years, even as black family wealth increased in percentage terms. This is not a gap of effort. It is a gap of generational accumulation. One group building across generations, another starting over each time. 1 Timothy 5:8, an epistle, apostolic instruction, makes this personal. Failing to provide for your household is not a financial failure, it is a denial of faith. Generational wealth is not a secular aspiration, it is a mandate. The question is not whether to build it, the question is how to start from exactly where you are. Ruth's story answers that question. Ruth chapter 1 opens with maximum disadvantage. Ruth is a foreign widow in a land not her own. No land, no assets, no standing in the covenant community, no male relative to advocate for her. In the social and economic architecture of ancient Israel, she is outside every system of provision. She starts from zero, not from low, from zero. By the end of 4 chapters, she is in the lineage of King David and ultimately Jesus Christ. The mechanism is not miraculous favor. It is an economic system Leviticus 19:9-10 built into the law of Moses centuries before Ruth arrived. The gleaning law. Farmers were legally prohibited from harvesting the edges of their fields. The margins belonged to the poor and the foreigner, not as charity, as a legal right embedded in the covenant economy. Ruth worked the edges of Boaz's field with faithfulness, and the law protected her access. Starting from zero is not outside the biblical economic model, it is written into the center of it. Proverbs 13:22, wisdom literature, a Solomonic observation about how wealth tends to move, says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. Notice the verb, leaves, not inherits, not receives. You are the builder who starts the chain. Ruth started the chain. You are the person who continues it or begins it. The Levitical economic system had 3 structural mechanisms that map directly to how you build generational wealth today. The gleaning law, already in Ruth's story. The margins of wealth belong to those who have nothing. Provision for the poor was built into the system itself, not as charity, as law. The Jubilee, Leviticus 25, established that every 50 years, land returned to its original family. The land, the primary wealth vehicle of the ancient world, could not be permanently alienated from a family's inheritance. Generational wealth transfer is a structural feature of a just economy. The Goel, the kinsman redeemer, a close relative whose covenant obligation was to redeem the land, the assets, and the future of a family member who had lost everything. Boaz was Ruth's Goel. He fulfilled the legal obligation, and in doing so, he completed the inheritance. Here is what these 3 mechanisms mean for your finances right now. The gleaning law says start where you are, with what you have. The Jubilee says protect the family wealth from permanent loss through legal structure. The Goel says there must be a mechanism that completes the inheritance if you die before it is built. That mechanism exists today. It costs $25 to $40 per month. Here is the generational wealth framework drawn from Ruth, Leviticus, and Proverbs. 4 layers, each one accessible today regardless of where you are starting from. Layer 1. Term life insurance, the GOL function, completes the inheritance if you die before it is built. Layer 2. A Roth IRA, the Jubilee function, protects accumulated wealth from tax extraction across decades. Layer 3. Debt elimination, the Gleaning Law function. Every dollar of interest you pay is income extracted from the inheritance before it is built. The EP13 framework applies. Calculate your annual interest payment across all debts, isolated from the minimum payment, and name it as extracted income. Direct the debt snowball toward the smallest balance first. Each debt eliminated returns margin to the inheritance engine. The margin funds the Roth IRA. The Roth IRA builds the inheritance. The inheritance funds the next generation. One connected system, not 3 separate strategies. Layer 4, legal structure, the transfer mechanism. A will and named beneficiaries on every account. An account with a named beneficiary transfers outside of probate, directly, with no court involvement and no delay. Without a named beneficiary, it may be tied up in probate for months and reduced by legal costs before reaching your family. Setting beneficiaries costs nothing. 15 minutes on your financial institution's website. A simple will can be drafted through a state bar referral service at low or no cost. Ruth's inheritance transferred because Boaz fulfilled the GOL legal obligation. Your inheritance transfers because you named the beneficiary and signed the document. Both are acts of obedience to the same principle. Neither happens by default. Open a Roth IRA at Fidelity today and name it the inheritance account. Not retirement savings, the inheritance account. The name matters. It changes what the money is. Retirement savings can be justified as personal. An inheritance account belongs to the generation that comes after you, which means the psychological barrier to spending it is permanently higher. Fidelity.com. Open an account. Select Roth IRA. Purchase FZROX. 0 minimum, 0 expense fee. Set automatic monthly contributions for your next payday, whatever amount you have. The amount is not the point today. The account is the point. 1 Timothy 5:8, apostolic instruction, direct application. If anyone does not provide for his relatives, and especially for members of his household, he has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Ruth started with 2 hands and a gleaning law. You start with a Fidelity account and a compound interest engine. She started with nothing. You have more than nothing. Start today. Now that you understand the 4-layer generational wealth framework and why starting today matters more than starting with more, the next question is where the $50 comes from, because the inheritance account requires margin, and most households don't have margin until they build a system that creates it. That system is the next video, the biblical budget framework Solomon used to manage an entire kingdom, applied directly to your monthly paycheck. It is queued up right now.